phone. Hello, this is Big Mouth speaking. Well, my name's actually Mick. Zack Snyder. Could this be actually Zack Snyder? You love my YouTube channel. You owe me a debt of gratitude. You think I'm amazing? Oh, Zack, this is brilliant. You're going to send thousands and thousands of subscribers my way. What? April Fools. You're not Zack Snyder. Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Yes, that is an apt warning there in my teaser. This is April Fools. Trust no one. Always think for yourself, no matter what the media and celebrities say to you. April Fools is just one of those days I hate because there's always misinformation and clickbait. But today's absolutely terrible. The Screen Junkies have actually done one of those trailer thingies, and it's kind of an April Fool's joke for the Snyder Cut. At the end of this episode, I may put it up on my telly so we can all have a good laugh about it, because I haven't seen it as yet. So two things we're going to discuss, which are nothing to do with April Fools, is Connie Nielson, who of course played Hippolyta, right? Diana's mother, aka Wonder Woman in the DCEU, in Wonder Woman and in the Justice League movie, and she is not a happy bunny. And this is what she had to say. The writing's very small, so you're going to have to bear with me. My absolute favourite stunt was cut from the film, and I'm having a hard time accepting that. That was so cool. Nielson told us, confirming that all her scenes were directed by Zack Snyder. I got to run up a wall and pivot in the air. And as I pivoted on the way down, I spread one of the... I speared one of the monsters. Wow. I literally did that for weeks to get that. And then they don't put it in. They took it out. They put it in. They took it out. It's my great regret because I love stunts. I love being a badass in a film like that. And then sorry that the audience didn't get to see that part of the cool Amazon fighting techniques because they were very cool. Nielsen was also excited to reprise the role of Hippolyta for a third time in the forthcoming Wonder Woman 1984. Sorry, I'll say that again. As I say, the writing's very small. Nielsen is very excited to be playing Hippolyta again in Wonder Woman 1984. Really, really small writing. I didn't want to start looking for the site with the interview. But you know what? We have to be fair here. Films are made and things are cut all the time. We must remember that. So we don't know if that was going to be cut. Probably not. But I understand her frustration. It's interesting that she's not standing there going, I support Zack Snyder. I love Zack Snyder. I think everyone should see his film because he was robbed. No, I'm upset because my bit where I'm badass actually was cut. I think that's hilarious. Now, we need to talk about this whole kind of Harry Lennix, General Swanwick thing. Because we've known for quite a while that Harry was actually playing Martian Manhunter, pretending to be Swanwick. Now, what we didn't realise before the commentary that Zach did on Sunday, and I forgot to mention this, it's quite an important thing to forget, that Harry was actually playing Martian Manhunter, pretending to be Lennix in Man of Steel. Now, I didn't think that. I don't know if you guys did, but I actually thought that Harry didn't even know that. He just thought he was playing Harry Lennix. If this is the case, and it clearly is, Harry Lennix is a much better actor than I gave him credit for before. And I've always thought that Harry Lennix is a great actor. He's got a great CV. I've watched most things he's done. So excited when he was cast in Man of Steel. He just plays this good, charming guy really well. You can tell he's a friendly from the very beginning of Man of Steel. He's one of my favourite parts of Man of Steel. His relationship with Superman and Lois in that film, and his dynamic with Lois in BVS as well, is pretty special. And to find out now that this guy actually knows that he's Martian Manhunter in Man of Steel, pretending to be Harry Lennix, is amazing. Because now you can go back and watch that film and say, wow. So, for me, it was such a good thing, the commentary. Because I didn't know the other day when I asked you to comment down below if Zach had ever done a commentary, a DVD or Blu-ray commentary for BVS. He hasn't. And that was amazing because now we've got something. But I will reiterate what I said, and this is the only negative thing I will say. That should not have been exclusive to Vero. I will repeat myself again. Vero is a very, very small social platform. I'm not sure if Zach founded the platform or someone else did or a bunch of movie directors. I don't know. And I understand that Zach wants to help them. But at the end of the day, that was such an important thing. And clearly he wanted us to watch it. It was not possible for 3/4 of his fans of the DCEU, DC fans, to watch that commentary. So it was pointless. It's great for the few people who got to see it. But I had to go on YouTube. I've explained this before and I barely saw an hour. And I'm planning on going back to YouTube to see the whole 3 hours. Now, they've now put the whole thing on Vero. Again, I clicked onto it and I couldn't do it. The platform needs to spend some money, right? And it's a good time to do it with everyone stuck at home. Spend some money so when you do these things, if you want to build your platform up, I want to support Vero. I want to support Zach supporting Vero. But if you're telling me you're doing a director's commentary, Zach, on a platform that simply can't handle it, that pisses me off. Now, I love you. I love Vero. But I couldn't watch the live event like I was promised I could. And that's disappointing. And that's disappointing for a lot of people. Now, seeing I'm a YouTuber, I think I should speak up for the silent majority. So if you do that again, Zach, and I'm sure you will because it was a very successful event, right? Make sure that Vero are tooled up to cope. And if they're not, make sure you're doing this on Twitter. You're doing it live on Twitter as well. And Instagram. Set up a temporary account on Instagram. It's very easy. All your fans would love to see you on Instagram. And the live element of Instagram is so good and so reliable. And at least we would have 3 platforms doing it, right? That's just my opinion, not being negative. I'm just pissed off, Zach, because I love what you do. I love your directing. I'm a supporter of yours, and I wanted to see 3 hours of you talking about shot by shot BVS, right? And I couldn't do that. And I'm not the only one. But a lot of people are too scared to publicly come out because people are scared of being attacked. But I'm not. I think it's right and proper that if you say you're going to deliver something, you deliver it. And Vero, as a platform, simply couldn't do that. Right, so we're all locked indoors right now, and there's a lot of time to think. Think about the future of the DCEU. What's possible? What's not possible? What we're getting? What we're not going to get? We may have a year delay on all Hollywood releases now. It's looking like that. Because, unfortunately, America is going to be one of the last countries to come out of lockdown. Why is that quickly? And this is not DCEU related. Because all countries run by a right-wing government decided to sit there in denial. They didn't want to close off their capitalist states and stop making money. They didn't care about their people. And they're still not testing people, right? Which makes the lockdown even worse. You don't actually know who's got this virus and who hasn't got this virus. So America and Hollywood are going to have a long, long delay. Definitely. So we've got about a year. We're going to have a year delay. I can't see anyone being able to see a film in a cinema this calendar year. But I could be wrong. Maybe by December it may be possible. I don't know. I think many, many American lives and British lives will be lost because of a government who don't care about their people and only care about sitting in an oxygen chamber and protecting themselves and their rich friends, right? So we're going to have a year delay. So we may not see Wonder Woman 1984 this year. That's something Warner Brothers as a studio has to decide, whether they're happy to have a year delay. Don't forget, we've got 3 films next year. This is another situation, but that's another issue as well, because those films, thanks to the lockdown, are not shooting. So those films could be delayed for another year. But Wonder Woman 1984 is the one DCEU film that's ready. So we aren't going to be in lockdown forever. I don't think it's worth going video on demand. I really don't. I do think it's worth it. Don't get me wrong. I think they can make money if they did it, if they priced it like a prize fight. I've said that before. But I think if they want to keep that cinematic experience and not piss people off, right, they could just wait till next year. Because if they're going to have no DCEU films completed, right, then, but I go back on myself. Because, of course, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad has completed shooting. This means that James Gunn can sit in the comfort of his own home. Because all these prominent directors have got studios at home. He's probably editing it right now. Now, I don't know with lockdowns if it's possible to do CG. I think it is. I think there is a way you can have the computers at home delivered to your house, right? Each person working on a different thing and via Skype discussing it. So that's 2 DCEU films that could be complete for 2021. So for me, personally, all this talk of video on demand, even though I'd love to see it sooner rather than later, there's no point. Because with the Suicide Squad being able to be completed, right, kind of with post and everything, because the lockdown, as I've just explained, shouldn't stop that, right? So you could have 2 films for release. So how do you release these films? I think you go back to June of 2021 for Wonder Woman. And I think maybe you can go July or August for the Suicide Squad. Maybe something like that. 2 very back-to-back, DCEU films. And it's very interesting what the MCU have completed and what they haven't. So we could be ahead of the game in superhero films. Because, as I say, we've got 2 films that can be released in cinemas next year. So it wouldn't surprise me, and I've changed my mind from saying if Wonder Woman 84 gets delayed again, we would go to December. Why bother? Have 2 DCEU films releasing next year. Forget this year. This year's a dead loss for all business and all everything. We have to take it on the chin, right? Chin me right there. So that's what I would do if I was them. So, and then the future of the DCEU is still in good hands. The other films will be made. They'll just be delayed by a year, right? And so, basically, instead of having Black Adam and the Batman next year as well, you could go to 2022. And then the Flash will be delayed yet again, but that's nobody's fault. We have to accept that. So we may just have, I suppose, so you'd have two films in 2021, and then you can have another 2 films in 2022, which would be Black Adam and the Batman. It's shitty. It's nobody's fault. But this is a global crisis, and nothing can be done of it. Now, I need a favour of you. I believe that my videos are okay. I know they're unprofessional. I know they're a bit of a mess. But I really, 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 really want people to be watching this. I want this channel to at least have 1,000 subscribers, at least. That's my dream. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about making money. With 1,000 subscribers, the videos will be more visible to other people. So I want to talk to the people, not that just watch because they don't like me, but people who enjoy the content. I want you to go on your social media and share me on Twitter. I want you to share me on Facebook. I want you to share me as many places as you can. If you know people who will be interested in things like this, please tell them about me. And always, please, tap the bell so you get the notifications for my videos, because YouTube's been really, really shitty right now. They're not telling me how many people exactly are watching my videos. It's a bit messed up, so about 40, 50 people are watching my videos at the moment. But I believe that there's an audience out there for me. Now, all I'm asking, I don't want your money, I don't want anything. But if you like me, and if you enjoy the content, and if you want me to carry on doing this, please tell the world about me. Please like, share and subscribe. Please comment down below. Thank you for your continuing loyalty. Thank you profusely to the people who keep on pressing like, who keep on loyally coming back to watch the videos. It means a hell of a lot to me. And I'll see you tomorrow where we'll be doing even more DCEU Daily. See you again soon. Share, please.